Hey there guys, so in this hopefully really short video I'm going to be showing you through my personal first aid kit that I keep at home. So it is my natural first aid kit, but just like any normal first aid kit, I've got all of the bare essentials in there, Band-Aids, tweezers, sterilised water and things like that for irrigating out dirty sores. If somebody's taken a tumble on a dirt road, you want to get out there, the rocks, sterilised water. So it's all that in there, ready to go. But I like to add my natural solutions in there too. So if somebody was to take a tumble on a dirt road and I had to flush it out with water, I would want to add some nice soothing, calming essential oils afterwards. So I would use my Owie spray, pop that directly on, and allow it to work its magic. So in the Owie spray there is lavender, tea tree and frankincense, and I pop that into a 30ml bottle topped up with fractionated coconut oil, and it's fantastic for, actually it's great for scrapes and abrasions of any kind, but it's also really good for bug bites. If one of the kids were outside and they got stung by a bee or an ant or a midgie or something like that, the Owie spray is brilliant for that. Something else I like to keep, I apologise if you can hear noise, I have two kids and they're playing in the other room, so I'll just let them be. Anyway, back to this. So Digestin is something I keep in my first aid kit. I like to use it store it in a little roller bottle because it isn't one that we call on very often. And as you can see, it is half empty, so you know it's good to keep them small in your first aid kit. So Digestin is fantastic if you had maybe you went out for dinner or at lunch or something, and perhaps you've had a bad meal or if you've eaten too much. Digestin is going to be your buddy. You just roll it on in a clockwise motion and then rub it in. I do the same. I roll it on in a clockwise motion and then I rub it in a clockwise motion just around my belly button, and it's fantastic to help with digestion and easing those tummy upsets. It's really good for travel sickness as well, just smelling it directly from the bottle. Something else that I keep in my first aid kit is just some little tiny sample vials of the next few oils that I'm going to talk about. So I pop these directly into my first aid kit just because it would be a waste to put my big bottles in there. It would be a waste to put my rollers in there as well. So my lavender and tea tree, these are great all round for if one of the kids had a bite. I could just roll my lavender directly on there, or if one of them had a scrape, you could also just put tea tree on there if you didn't have the Owie spray on hand. So you can pop those in tiny little vials into your first aid kit, and that's really handy and a really great way to not waste oils. Something else that I keep in my first aid kit, or just beside it, is the doTERRA throat drops. These are fantastic for like if somebody's got a sore throat, perhaps you have some friends over and someone mentions that they're not feeling a bit great. Not only would you pop some On Guard in the diffuser, because nobody needs to get sick, thank you On Guard, but the On Guard throat drops are going to help the individual with the sore throat as well. And lastly, what I also keep in my first aid kit is my Ice Blue rub. Or you could also add your Ice Blue oil, same again, in a little tiny vial. Just pop 1 or 2 drops of the Ice Blue in there and top it up with fractionated coconut oil. That way you can use it directly onto the skin. Otherwise you would need to pull out your fractionated coconut oil as well, which is why I find the rub the handiest to have in my first aid kit. You don't need to worry about dilution because it's all done for you, and also it's in a cream. So it rubs in and it's non-greasy, non-slip, so it's really good. Things like muscle aches, if somebody was out in the backyard playing and they pulled a muscle of some sort, you could really help them by applying some Ice Blue rub for them. And just one last thing, if you're out on the go, let's say you're out at the shops with the kids, a really great way to keep your oils handy is by using a tiny little vial holder. So you pop your essential oils into tiny little vials, and because it's a keychain, you can attach it to your handbag or your nappy bag, and that means you've got your oils always ready to go. So you could pop in your lavender and your frankincense or your tea tree, and even make up just a little teeny weeny owie spray, but pop it into here. A little visitor. Yeah, you can keep them in your vial and keep them attached to your bag at all times, and that way you'll never be without your oils. I hope some of these tips have been handy for you. Yeah, enjoy.